Ciao everybody, Katerina here. Welcome to my kitchen. Tomorrow we're invited to a winter fest at a very close neighbor's home. And for dessert, I'm going to be preparing tiramisu. I'm just going to break up the eggs. And to this, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. I'm going to beat it very high because I want it a pale yellow. Okay, this is the pale yellow that you want. Now to this yolk, I am going to add 500 grams of mascarpone cheese. I love this cheese. Now I'm just going to whip it all together. Okay, now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of Grand Marnier and 1 tablespoon of Sambuca. Now, if you want to prepare this for children, I would recommend that you leave out the liqueur. The custard part of this recipe is done. I'm just going to set it aside for now. Anyone to lick the bowl? Okay, so it's a very clean bowl with the whisk again. I'm going to add the 5 egg whites. So I'm going to beat the egg white until it comes to a nice foam. So now we're going to start with the sugar syrup for the tiramisu. In here I have 3/4 cup of water. We're going to bring it to a boil. And to this I'm going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar plus 2 tablespoons. Okay, we're just going to let it continue to boil until it's nice and thick. Okay, my sugar syrup is ready. I have a plate of ice water here. When the water becomes soft, the sugar becomes like a soft ball like this, you know it's ready. While the egg whites are mixing, I'm going to add it in a slow stream, hot. So we're going to continue to beat until it's cool. While my meringue is cooling, and I'm going to turn it on again, we're going to start with the espresso. Here I have an espresso maker. It's really very easy. We're going to fill the bottom with water. This is the little filter. We put the filter in. I love espresso. This is how I start my day, with espresso. Now here I have some ground espresso coffee. We're just going to fill it in. Okay, so now we're just going to put the lid. Okay, so on the stove it goes. That's it. Okay, my first pot of espresso is ready. There's nothing like the smell of espresso going through your kitchen. Okay, now I'm just going to make another pot, just to be sure we have enough. Okay, my egg white has cooled right down. Touch the bottom. Make sure it's perfect. Now I have my custard here. Okay, now all I'm going to do is fold the white meringue in my custard. Okay, my tiramisu cream is ready. Now I'm just going to set this aside while I get the biscotti ready. Okay, these are the biscotti savoiardi that you use for tiramisu. Now, because this Winterfest is outside, I decided to make tiramisu in these little containers that I can close, and then we just take it with us to the event. But for you, I'm going to make one in here so that you can see it, and then we'll taste it together. Okay, before we start assembling, I'm going to start preparing these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them Ah, perfect. Okay, so we're going to start by assembling a little one. Now, of course, you can do it in a huge serving dessert dish, whatever you like. The concept is the same. So we're going to start with the first layer. And here I have the cookies. And I'm just going to dip them quickly inside the coffee. And a little piece. So we have one layer. I'm going to add the custard. And this dessert, by the way, is you can freeze it. It freezes beautifully. Now here I have the best quality semi-sweet chocolate grated. Now I'm just going to add a thin layer over the custard. Beautiful. I'm just going to rotate the dish and we're going to start with the second layer. Okay, now we're going to add the custard. Okay, sprinkle of semi-sweet chocolate. I'm going to rotate the dish again. And the third layer. Okay, here's the third layer. Okay, the chocolate on top. Rotate it again. And the final fourth layer. Now this dessert, the size that it is like this, I would say that this is good for 2 people. So 4 layers. We're going to top it off with the chocolate. And there you have tiramisu. Now it needs to be refrigerated for at least 4 hours, but I'm going to be refrigerating it overnight, which is the best. And then I have these little lids, so easy to transport, and I can also put it in the freezer like this for a later date. Now we're going to finish all the others. I'm going to make another little dessert cup like this with the tiramisu. This will be for us to taste test. Okay, so here we have, see how pretty that looks if you have a dessert dish that is clear. Now we're going to start filling the bottom. Okay, now we're going to put the custard down, the cream. Okay, now we're going to put some grated semi-sweet chocolate. Okay, there's the second layer. Sprinkle some chocolate. Okay, now we're going to start with the third layer. Okay, so we're just going to cover the third layer. Okay, and now we're going to do the fourth and final layer. Okay, this is the final layer. I'm just going to make sure and just cover the complete top of the tiramisu. Okay, so this is done. This is mine and my honey's for tonight. I'm just going to cover it with chocolate. Look how gorgeous. And in the fridge, it's going to go. I'm going to taste it for you. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's just, oh, it looks so good. It's so delicious. I want to thank you all for joining me today. It's Katerina from My Home to Yours.